Hey guys, welcome back to Comera Reviews. What we're taking a look at is Fansproject, the latest in their Lost Exo realm Dinobot line. It's LER 05 and 06, Comera and Echara. You can see the boxes named appropriately, 05, 06. Now, it's been a while since these have been out. It's October 2017 right now. These came out in January. Yeah, but I was on military leave when these came out, bought them then, came home in March, and honestly, it just kind of put them away because there were a room full of boxes and stuff like that and forgot about them. But knocking it out now, I don't know when they're supposed to come out, so please don't ask me. I don't know what's going on with Fansproject. I was told that they're still releasing everything, but just getting some stuff together. But looking at their height, they are about 6 1/4 inches tall. Now, both of these share a base mold, but there are some differences between them. Obviously, you guys see the deco, the different head sculpts. Now, things like the heads of their respective alt modes. This one turns into a dinosaur. I know what it is, know how to spell it. Starts with a P, can't pronounce it, not gonna try. This one's a lot easier, Velociraptor. But outside of the heads, you know, this one has the upwards toe that Velociraptors have. This one has the all flat feet. Again, different head sculpts, but you see here, like, I've got the dinosaur neck split, the tail up on her. I've got the claws on her shoulders, where these are on her forearms, and give you a back view here. And just knock some stuff over in the meantime. Their feet are very small, so balancing them isn't hard, but you definitely got to make sure that they're planted right before you stand them. And they're not good for a lot of shaking around, as you can see there from the rotation. But the heads down and stuff, it's an option on both of them. Configure it however you want. Even in the artwork that has the line art and stuff like that for these, it like has the head splitting up, but the product shots have the head splitting down. So there's a lot of variety to it, and you can see that there are multiple places, like on the sides here for their weapons to peg into. So there's a lot of variety in it, and I like it because, as you can see, it really adds a lot of difference when essentially they really are the same toy. So let's, speaking of the accessories, take a moment to look at those. Alright, give me a bottom to top to bottom view. Here is Comera. She's actually my preferred of the two. And Echara, I actually like her head sculpt better, but it's really dark. Makes it a little bit hard to photograph and stuff like that. It's weird, even though I technically like the mask better, I feel like the fact that she has a face just lets her stand out a bit more. The Comera. Alright, and looking at the posability, I'll let Comera be my test dummy for this one. Echara can be the dummy for the transformation. They're both exactly the same when it comes to this. So, good up and down neck movement, full 360 side to side. There is some play in the neck itself, that tilt forward and back, no side to side though. Now, good shoulder rotation, but where it really goes downhill, well, not downhill, it's the one slight that keeps these from actually being like perfect-ish to me. There's no bicep swivel at all, no elbow swivel, anything like that. So all the turn for the arm is what you get out of the shoulder, which is a decent amount. I mean, even if you're looking here, it's not horrible, but imagine how much better it'd be with bicep swivel. So it's just one of those slides that's like, what? It's such a standard. But there is wrist swivel, no finger articulation or anything like that. Surprisingly ratcheted waist swivel. I don't know why, but it's there. And then, I don't really know why, but there is a swivel for the tail. In alt mode, it kind of locks into place on the butt there, so I don't know why the swivel's there for robot mode, maybe to make it turn with the waist, but it could have made this all one thing maybe. I don't know. The skirts do have some mobility there. That's because of the transformation, but it's nice because it gets them out of the way. Now, the hips are ratcheted, but it's actually done really well. I don't have any problems with it. Now, the feet are pretty small, so it makes it hard to really find that balance, you know, for that perfect kick pose and stuff like that, but you can get there. I'm just not going to take 5 minutes to do it on camera. All right. Thigh swivel under the thigh, double knee joints, and a great amount of ankle tilt. Like, it's actually really good. Forward, backwards, stuff like that. All right. There's some movement there, and good heels too. The feet are just plain narrow though. Now, one thing I will say, man, I freaking broke 3 of the 4 ankles on these toys filming this review. Why? Because they're super duper tight. Also, let's zoom in here. Where the leg splits just for the screw together and stuff like that, the ankle joint, the ball joint here, is only on half of this. So that's half of a gray peg here that you've got to support it. So when you're doing those tight twists and stuff like that, there's only half of this that's actually connected to the figure to, you know, support that. So what I used was actually some shock oil. And I'll show you that at the end of the review, since I don't have it sitting in front of me, to loosen those up, and that worked like a charm. I wish I would have known that before, you know, because I had to disassemble, peg, and everything. You know, they're fine now, but just watch it. For whatever reason, these were just stupid, like tight to the point where they were squeaking and stuff like that. And for the transformation, you have to rotate the feet around. All right, so let's just take a look at her with some of her accessories. Now, you saw what each of them comes with. And of course, the review's already up on kumastyle.com, link in the info button or the description. All right, just a simple aim and pose there. Put her tail down. Okay. Switch it out for a sword. And you can see all of these weapons actually have these pegs on the side to peg into the skirt there if you want to do it like that. I don't really like that look, so, you know, that's kind of on you. But even right here, you know, bicep swivel would just do it so many favors. I'll actually raise the camera up. Tilt it some there. Alright, and that's that. And they each come with these 2 giant guns that become a stand for them in alt mode. Check those guys out. Maybe even keep her same pose and do that. So that's the transformation for that right there. Pretty simple stuff. And they hold them well. Like, the joints are tight, you know. But like right there, you know, there's just not much you can do in terms of that shooting and stuff like that, to where if there was some bicep swivel there, even if it was limited, I mean, it'd be night and day. You know, and of course ab crunch. You gotta have ab crunch for it to be like a 10 out of 10 articulation wise with me, but and there you go. Let's get these guys transformed. Alright, and here's Comera. Those, I don't know what to call them. I don't know if they're considered cleft toes or just that upwards one right there. It makes her really hard to stand in the alt mode. So I'm not the biggest fan, even though I like her look a bit better. I know she's Velociraptor, but the other, it starts with an E. I'm not exactly sure of what the other dino name is, but let's look at Echara. Alright, and here's Echara. And for the posability, they're both exactly the same, so I'm just going to go ahead and use her, since, like I said, she actually is a bit more stable due to the feet difference. I don't know what exactly is clanging on my shelf, but if you guys hear it, I apologize. I can't even see what's going on. But the head moves up and down a bit here, as you can see. Mouth opens and closes. It's really tight, particularly when it's closed, so in dino mode, for the time being, I'm just keeping it kind of open, but it closes all the way. The arms, exactly the same as in robot mode. There's not much when it comes to the claws. You know, they can kind of go up and down. They're silly if they go anywhere but, you know, facing downwards. The legs, exact same as robot mode, which surprised me on that one. I was surprised that they didn't do like a reverse knee or something like that. Give it that more bird style, but it's what it is. The tail, it has some posability there, but it doesn't really look the best. Overall, you know, I feel like the alt modes, I don't know if they suffered from anything, but they're just not that good to me. So it's what it is. If you check out the review on kumasao.com, I actually have a picture of them riding each other. Har har har. So that's pretty cool. That's a neat feature. Now the two big guns that come with them, they actually slide, put them in, slide, and it becomes a stand for them. So that's pretty cool, and obviously that helps with the balancing issue on Comera. Gives you some more versatility there. At least get this dino on there too. In fact, let's go ahead and put this one together as well. Just to give you guys a display of them together. I know what it is. It's this table actually hitting the shelves. So zoom out some. Okay, and there you go. There are the alt modes. Alright, and again, this has been Fansproject, their Lost SO Realm, LER 05 and 06, Comera, Echara, full written review and gallery and stuff like that, kumasao.com, links in the description, or this info button right here. Press it, love it, you know, check it out, man. That's my site, that's my baby. I think I take a good picture or two, so let me know what you guys think if you do check it out, by all means. But, you know, overall, the lack of bicep swivel, the kind of meh alt modes make these ones to where in robot mode, I still suggest them. Even without the bicep swivel, they're beautiful pieces and they look good with the rest of the crew. But the alt modes, kind of lacking, not a lot of love shown there. You know, they kind of just are what they are. So if you're an alt mode person, probably not for you. But overall, you know, just between the alt mode, things like the bicep swivel and stuff like that, there were those areas where I don't feel like there was a lot of just love and attention paid to these. It feels like they don't really feel like passion projects, if that makes sense. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Again, tell me what you think of these guys. Like this video, please. Share it, please. And please subscribe. And I will see you next review. Thanks a lot.